Hello, everyone. Friday. This is Steph Lee, founder of Host Agency Reviews, and thank you for tuning in for the Friday 15. So today we have on a very fun co-host. Hello, Chad Bird from Outside Agents.
Hey, Stephanie, how you doing?
Well, good. Before we got on, Chad was uh, um, privy to my dog howling and having a my husky mix was just chatting away, roar, 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 roar. But now I think he's going to be silent for the rest of the show. So thank you for being so patient with
Well, that talk
Orion's
you had with them,
ramblings.
I think worked pretty well. I think if you explain it right, they get with the program. So,
Well, let's see. So we've got some questions. And you know what I was just realizing, Chad, is last time I had you on, I think I ended up not feeling well that day. But last time we had you as a co-host, I was leaving for the Galapagos, and today I am leaving for, well, actually tomorrow morning for Vienna on Saturday, for Tour Radar's Adventure Together conference. So you're like and last time it happened too, you bookended my trips. Like I left and then I had you on again as a co-host when I came back. I feel like this is very odd.
I think it's serendipity, man. It's good luck.
It is, it
And the
is.
funny thing is, I just got back from Venice on Silver Seas here not too long ago,
Oh,
a
really?
few
So you were
weeks.
over in Europe too, just hanging out.
I ate my way through Venice. I'm not
Ah,
kidding you. Every half a block. Yeah, I'll try that. This is delicious.
I love that you did that. That sounds amazing. Well, let's see. So, a couple things before we get into questions. So, first of all, if you're interested in attending Tour Radar's Adventure Together, it is virtual. You can attend in person or in virtual. So, I'll put the link in the show notes if you're interested in attending. It's great if you're focusing on adventure travel. There'll be a lot of things for you. If you're interested about sustainable travel, and kind of their focus is multi-day group tours. So that's who should be signing up to attend this. And then let's see, Chad, we have our first question from Amy M. And Amy is asking, are you allowed to have your own landing page or website that can link to the website that your host agency has provided for you? How customizable are the host agency websites? So let's start with the first question. And we'll talk specifically about outside agents, and then I'll go to host
Gonna
agencies
broaden it.
at large. But so for your advisors, are they allowed to have their own landing page and link to your site? Do you provide a website?
Yes, but let's take a look at what's practical and effective first. Okay. Having a page on another domain that refers back to yours, that's good. That's, link building, that's good for your SEO and may drive some traffic. Having an affiliate site for Amazon or whatever, selling luggage and all that kind of stuff and coming back isn't. You're diluting
Mhm,
your target messaging. Okay. So, for example, in our environment, you have full access to page customization right on down to script, Java, header, footer. For those of you who know what that is, that's important. Otherwise, it's not. But you've got a lot of customizability built in
mm,
there. I would
mhm,
highly, strongly, with the most impetus, recommend that you see what you can do with your existing host agency's website to build out those pages. That keeps your environment the same. It keeps your mind in the same place when you're working on it. I don't have stuff scattered all over the place that I don't know why it's there to begin with. So
mhm.
you can have external landing pages. They're seldom recommended. There's certain circumstances when they might be advantageous, but those are far and few in between. So
Mhm.
yes, you can do it with ours. No, it's not recommended. I'd recommend you do a custom page within the environment just to keep things easy. Now, parenthetically, let me also mention that if you're bringing in content from a landing page, you're still subject to seller or travel laws requiring disclosure and so on. You need to do that at the first point of contact with the client. So, you may want to consider putting your host agency seller or travel numbers on this landing page. I'm not trying to say this is gospel. There's different legal, interpretations, but I'm always going to err on the safe side.
Mhm.
Carefully consider including your SOT so that they know they are engaging in the process of negotiating a contract relative to travel. Every
Yep.
time they shop, that's offer. As soon as they click, that's acceptance. When they put money on it, that's a contract or intend to put money on it. So from that perspective, make sure you have full disclosures and all your legal P's and Q's sorted out. And again,
That's
using your host website, they're going to have that built in for you. But again, it's up
or
to you.
they should.
They should.
Yeah. Um, Amy, so a couple things. Like first, I'm going to show for those of you that are watching on YouTube. So this is Outside Agent's profile on Host Agency Reviews. Um, and if you're looking for what a host agency's website looks like, the first thing, scroll down into the metadata and under tech and tools. If they have a website program, and we can see here under marketing programs, Chad has that they do have a website program. And then if they have a sample, and Chad has linked to it here, it'll show you what their actual website looks like that they give advisors. So that's a great way to
And
kind of,
Stephanie, if you just scroll up on that page just a little bit for me,
mhm.
there you go. Yeah, that is the most reviews of anybody on there.
Oh, there we go, 415 reviews. So you can also read the reviews while you're there if you're like,
Now,
"Man,
I
I
know
just can't
reviews
get
matter a
enough."
lot, and this is actually a really good point. Reviews matter a lot. You may see on there that our websites are hard to work with, and that's okay. Let me just explain something. The more control that you want, the less simple the development environment is going to be. There's going to be more buttons all over that page and stuff to click on and stuff to mess up and all that kind of stuff. Because our sites give agents such lateral authority to do what they want, for the most
Yeah,
part, then some of the pages are pretty busy. And so we provide extensive training on that. I'd suggest that you do it twice.
mhm.
The idea is this. I've built thousands
Can
of
they hire
websites about,
someone out, Chad? Like,
yeah,
yeah, because is it on WordPress or what is the site
it's
on?
built on WordPress, but again, you would be building within the environment we built. So
Mhm,
to put it real simple, it's like it's an egg. And what you're after is the yolk. Don't break the shell. So we built a bulletproof shell for you. Lord, I never
mhm.
say bulletproof in technology, but close to bulletproof shell for you so you can go in there and make whatever kind of eggs you want. So
Yeah,
there is some more complexities as far as what's on the page, but if you just
mhm,
click on stuff, follow the instructions, you'll be amazed at what comes out.
mhm. Well, Amy, so that's some tips, and that's how, like, Outside Agents program is. I would say across host agencies in general, um, most of them will have some sort of website option for you, whether it's their in-house program or something through a third party. So you are allowed to have your own landing page, and if you aren't, that is a little bit weird to me, in terms of the independent contractor restricting you to not be able to have your own website is weird. So that is something I wouldn't say is a complete red flag, but something you would wanna be aware of if there's a lot of things like that that kind of make it more gray between you being an employee versus an independent contractor, where they're trying to control your business. So that's one thing I would say. But yeah, if you wanted to, you should be able to have your own landing page. You could link to it if you wanted to what your host provides. But I would be on kind of where Chad is that it's better to just have one site instead of leading people off because that can be kind of an confusing user experience. So I would do either or one or the other. And then in terms of how customizable everyone's is, it's going to depend on each host agency, who they're using. And like Chad says, he has this parameters you have to work within so that you don't end up breaking the site completely.
The
And
framework.
good website programs will have that because if you're not a tech person and you're doing a lot of things in there, you might not realize the ramifications of what you're doing. So it's good to have some stopgap measures in there to
And
help
real quick, let me
not
toss
break
out,
things.
oh, I'm sorry. Let me toss out a free tip of the day. I use this constantly. It's called short.io. Short, like I'm not tall, short.io. I think they got a free version and a paid version. But what it allows you to do is create a subdomain of your main domain. In our case, we created go.outsideagents.com as opposed to www. We just created go.outsideagents.com /whatever. AI tools is our list of the most current tools we're using. Bookshelf is a bunch of stuff I've written over the years. Passwords always strong. Uh, the idea is that we've got the ability to direct the same URL to two different places. So you can do what's called split testing. If you want to do a landing page,
Mm,
I encourage you to do what's called split testing. You can Google it. You can look at my bookshelf. I got a book on it. Um, but you have them go to your custom fancy dancy, landing page. And you have them go to the basic one that you built on your host agency site. And then you see what the clicks and the conversions look like. And that will tell you pretty quick if it's worth the effort.
Mhm. Yeah, doing some A/B testing, which in theory sounds very complicated for a
Really easy.
website, but with short.io, maybe a little bit easier. So I'll link to that in the show notes. I'm also going to link to an article we have on travel agency website programs so you can get an idea of what's out there besides what the host agencies are providing. So, next question. This one is anonymous and they are asking, will host week be recorded if we can't attend it during the day? I work full time and can't take a week off. Understandable. Can you explain a little more about how it works for those of us who are new? Chad, you were at Host Week last week. What's the experience like for you? We do interviews with host agencies like you.
hmm
So, how's that for you?
I love it. And I'll tell you why, and I'm a little candorous sometimes. But folks, Stephanie's legit. So's April. These are actual conversations. This isn't being spoon fed or anything else. And
You
I
can't you
really
can't
like that.
spoon feed anything to Chad even if you tried.
Yeah. But no, I appreciate that because there's some risk inherent in doing that. But at the end of the day, this is business, and you take calculated risks, and I think you get amazing results from it.
Mhm.
Breaking my own arm, but I'm saying, I mean, it's a robust conversational environment that I get a lot of parenthetical information from. So you guys are saying, points A, B, and C, but around that's a lot of information too. I probably already know A, B, and C. I've been in the business for a while, but it's
Mhm.
that stuff in the edges that's really valuable to me.
Mhm. Yeah, so anonymous, we do record it, so don't worry. We understand most people can't take a whole week off. But like what you can expect, so we do interviews with host agencies and like Chad, we do like 15-minute interviews, 15 to 20 minutes, and everybody gets the exact same questions, which can be like there's pros and cons to it, but the pro, I think the big pro is you get to compare apples to apples, how everyone's answering these questions. So that's really nice. And the other thing is we interview the consortia. So the host agencies will belong to these consortium and we interview them and they can tell us kind of more about the broader tools and products that their host agency members will have access to, which is very complementary to kind of the host agency interviews. And then we have keynotes every day and then we end it with edu spots, which are kind of essentially free educational sessions. They last about a half hour each. So they're very jam packed with information, but also to the point because they're only 30 minutes. And we just finished up our speakers. We'll be releasing them probably this week or next. The speakers for Host Week, and it's a wide variety of topics and speakers. So if you haven't already, you can go to hostagencyreviews.com/host week to sign up. It's free and it's very fun, isn't it, Chad?
It's a
You and
blast. Seriously,
you
I
and
enjoy
April you and April always have a blast during yours.
it. We
And
do.
and somehow Chad always comes up with some wonky story about last time.
Tomatoes or vodka or something.
Yeah, vodka, has come up before, so make sure to tune into his. You never know what you're gonna get with Chad, which is so fun. All right, so let's see. Well, Chad, that is all of our questions for today, but we are going to be having you back when I get back from Vienna, so in 2 weeks from now. But in the meantime, if people are interested in checking out outside agents, I'm going to link to their Har profile. And Chad, is there a good way for people to get in touch with you or someone from your team if they want to learn more about outside agents?
So I'm always available to talk. My extension's 210. My business partner, Steve, he's my cousin, my best friend too. His extension's 312. What we'd like you to do is go to the contact page and you either hit the chat or submit a request. That just helps us organize our day a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, but we're always available. Look, we've got 9,000 agents. Every single one of them has our cell phone. Why? Because we're your business partner and you need to be able to talk to your business partner. So you can email info@outsideagents.com. You can hit the contact us page, however you want to reach out. But understand that you're going to talk to decision makers. You're going to talk to the people at the top of the organization. Um, I don't think many other people do that. Many other hosts, but we want you to talk to your actual business partner, not somebody who started last Tuesday and is wondering what time lunch is. So,
That I'm always wondering what time lunch is, so I don't know. I have more than, like, last Tuesday's experience, but I'm definitely like, "When is lunch? Are the snacks coming?"
I ordered a steak. Where's my meat?
I will link to all of those. I will link to the contact us page. I will put the extensions for Steve and Chad, and as well as the email address that people can reach out to you at. And so next week we have Travel Planners International is going to be co-hosting with us, and then the following week we're back with Chad. So October 27th, Chad will be back. And then the week after that, we will be having Uniglobe Travel Center. So if you have questions for Chad or any of the hosts that are coming up, you can submit them by going to hostagencyreviews.com/Friday15, and we will get to your questions. So thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you next Friday, 12 p.m. Central Time. Thanks so much, Chad.
Thanks, Steph. It's always awesome.